I got a banger for you. A tale of HOA drama so spicy, it could make a chili pepper cry. This is the story of how I moved into my dream home, only to get targeted by the neighborhood's self-appointed queen, Karen, who accused me of stealing money and tried to ruin my life. Spoiler alert, she didn't know I was legally untouchable. Buckle up, because this ride's about to get bumpy. If you love HOA showdowns, hit that like button, smash subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss a single second of this chaos. Let's jump in. It's a sunny afternoon in June, and I'm rolling into Willow Creek Ridge, my new neighborhood. I just snagged a killer deal on a 3-bedroom house with a massive backyard perfect for barbecues and maybe even a future hot tub. The gated entrance sparkled like it was straight out of a real estate ad, and the streets were so quiet you could hear a pin drop. I'm thinking, man, I've made it. This is going to be my sanctuary. But you know how they say if something seems too good to be true? Yeah, I was about to learn that lesson the hard way. I'm unloading boxes from my U-Haul, sweating like I'm in a sauna, when I notice a figure lurking behind a perfectly trimmed hedge across the street. Out pops Karen, clipboard in hand, blonde bob haircut so sharp it could cut glass, and a smile that screamed, "I'm judging you." She marches over, her sneakers squeaking on the pavement, and hits me with, "We don't do surprises around here." Her eyes are locked on my U-Haul like it's smuggling contraband. I laugh it off, thinking she's just an overzealous neighbor with a quirky sense of humor. Oh, how naive I was. That laugh aged like milk left out in the desert sun. Karen introduces herself as the acting president of the Willow Creek Ridge Homeowners Association, which I later learned was code for a neighborhood dictator with a power trip. She hands me a welcome packet thicker than a college syllabus, 5 pages of rules that read like a dystopian novel. No trash cans visible from the street. Lawns must be mowed every Thursday at 8 a.m. sharp. No cars parked in driveways after 10 p.m. And apparently, flamingo lawn ornaments were considered a declaration of war. We value order, she says, her eyes narrowing at my cherry red Mustang parked in the driveway. She calls it an eyesore. An eyesore. My baby, my pride and joy, reduced to a neighborhood nuisance. I bite my tongue, nod politely, and promise myself I'll keep my head down until I settle in. Big mistake. The next few days are a blur of unpacking, setting up my home office, and trying to blend into this step-forward wise-level neighborhood. I even trimmed the hedges I didn't plant, just to avoid trouble. But Karen, she's like a heat-seeking missile locked onto my existence. One morning, she's at my mailbox, measuring its height with a ruler, muttering about regulation violations. The next day, she's ringing my doorbell to scold me for hanging wind chimes on my porch. The sound carries, she snaps, like I've installed a heavy metal concert in my backyard. I'm starting to wonder if she's got my house bugged. Then comes the welcome basket. I'm chilling on my couch, binge-watching a new series, when there's a knock at the door. It's Karen, holding a wicker basket with stale cookies that look like they've been sitting in her pantry since the Reagan era and a pamphlet titled HOA Harmony, a guide to community living. She hands it to me with this creepy, forced smile, saying, "We take community trust very seriously here." The way she says it feels like a warning, like she's daring me to step out of line. I thank her, close the door, and immediately toss the cookies in the trash. No way I'm eating anything from someone who looks at me like I'm a criminal. At this point, I haven't even met my other neighbors. Karen's made sure every interaction goes through her, like she's the gatekeeper of Willow Creek Ridge. I tell myself it's just a phase, that things will calm down once I'm settled. But deep down, I'm starting to feel like a prisoner in my own home. And the real storm, it's brewing just over the horizon. Fast forward to the first HOA meeting, held in the community clubhouse, a place that looks like it was designed for secret society rituals. Faux marble floors, dim lighting, and a giant portrait of the neighborhood's founder, who I swear looks like Karen in a bad wig. The room's packed with folding chairs arranged in a circle, so tight it feels like we're about to hold hands and sing Kumbaya. I walk in, flashing my best, "Please don't hate me" smile, hoping to make a good impression. Spoiler, I don't. Karen's at the front, wielding a gavel like she's auditioning for Judge Judy. She spots me and announces, "Let's give a warm welcome to our newest resident, Mr. Mustang." The room erupts in chuckles, but they're not the friendly kind. They're the "we're laughing at you" kind. I sink into my chair, sipping lukewarm coffee that tastes like regret, and try to blend in. The meeting's agenda is a snooze fest, lawn violations, pet leash lengths, and a heated debate about someone's cat being too aggressive. Karen runs the show like a dictator, slamming her gavel every time someone interrupts or breathes too loudly. I keep my mouth shut, but I can feel her eyes on me every 5 seconds, like she's waiting for me to slip up. 3 days later, my phone blows up with notifications from the neighborhood group chat. I open it, and my jaw hits the floor. Someone's posted $400 cash missing from HOA donations box. This has never happened before. Very strange it happens right after a new resident joins. I read it again, thinking it's a mistake. $400 gone, and somehow I'm the prime suspect just because I'm the new guy. The chat explodes with passive-aggressive comments. Could be someone who doesn't understand our values? We've never had this problem before. Should we run background checks on new residents? It's like a digital witch hunt, and I'm tied to the stake. I type a careful response, sorry to hear about the missing money. Hope it gets sorted out. Big mistake. Karen swoops in like a hawk, replying, it's about trust. We all trust each other here, or we used to. The venom in her words is practically dripping through my screen. It doesn't matter that at least 10 people were at that meeting. It doesn't matter that there are no cameras, no fingerprints, no proof. Karen's decided I'm guilty, and the neighborhood's falling in line like brainwashed minions. Suddenly, my mailbox becomes a ghost town. The guy who used to wave from across the street now dives behind his bushes when he sees me. Even the sweet old lady who walks her poodle stops letting it pee near my yard. The theft isn't just about the money, it's about control. Karen's spinning a narrative, and I'm the villain in her twisted script. I didn't steal a dime, not even a penny, but trying to defend myself feels like shouting into a tornado. The morning after the group chat meltdown, I'm sipping coffee when my doorbell rings like it's possessed. I open the door, and there's Karen, flanked by 2 neighbors, Barb, who's clutching her pearls like I'm about to rob her, and Doug, who's got his arms crossed like he's my personal bouncer. Karen doesn't even say hello. She launches into, I'm giving you a chance to return the money privately before this escalates. I blink, stunned. Excuse me, I say, stepping onto my porch. She keeps going, we're a forgiving community. Just admit it, drop the cash back in the box, and we'll pretend it never happened. I'm floored. This woman's accusing me of theft with zero evidence and offering me a way out like she's running a protection racket. So that's how it works. I snap. You point fingers, ruin my name, and expect me to play along? If you've got proof, call the cops. Otherwise, get off my property. Karen's stunned, her face turning redder than a boiled crab. She mutters something about dangerous people and storms off, Barb and Doug trailing behind like scolded kids. I close the door, my hands shaking with rage. This isn't just petty drama anymore, it's war. The next day, a flyer appears in every mailbox titled Safety Alert, Know Your Neighbors. It doesn't name me, but it might as well have my face on it. Recent incidents raise concerns about community trust. It reads, I see neighbors whispering in their driveways. The mailman hesitates before stepping onto my porch. Even kids on scooters start avoiding my street like it's cursed. I'm not just the new guy anymore. I'm a neighborhood's public enemy #1. I go to the next HOA meeting, hoping to clear the air. Karen opens it by announcing a community restoration fund to replace the stolen $400 and hands me a donation envelope with my name on it. The room goes dead silent, every eye on me. I stand up, my voice steady but sharp. You're targeting me with no evidence, slandering me, and turning this neighborhood into your personal fiefdom. I won't sit here for it. Karen smirks like she's won, but I'm done playing her game. I'll walk out, already plotting my next move. That night, I call my cousin, a civil attorney who eats cases like this for breakfast. I send him everything, screenshots of Karen's group chat slander, copies of her safety alert flyers, doorbell cam clips of her porch ambush, and even recordings of neighbors admitting she told them to avoid me. This is a defamation lawsuit wrapped in a bow, my cousin says, practically cackling. Let's bury her. 2 weeks later, Karen gets served with a lawsuit notice while she's trimming her roses in a leopard print robe. Her scream could have woken the dead. Defamation, harassment, emotional distress, the whole 9 yards. She tries to play it off, telling neighbors it's a frivolous attack, but her smugness fades fast when the court date gets set. Court day is straight up cinematic. Karen struts in wearing a beige suit like she's starring in a legal drama. I show up with my cousin and a folder labeled Karen's Greatest Hits in bold red marker. Her defense? I had a gut feeling. The judge leans forward, incredulous. You accuse this man of theft, spread lies, and printed flyers based on a feeling? Karen stammers. The $400 was missing, and he was new. It never happened before. The judge shuts her down. You didn't file a police report. You didn't search the clubhouse. You had no evidence, just malice. This isn't justice. It's a vendetta. The gavel slams. Karen's found guilty of defamation. She's ordered to pay me $40,000 in damages and issue a written apology in the group chat and flyers. Her jaw drops so hard I'm surprised it doesn't crack the floor. The courtroom buzzes as Barb and Doug sling away, avoiding her gaze. The judge's final words, "This is a neighborhood, not a dictatorship. Learn the difference." Outside the courthouse, a news van pulls up to cover the HOA abuse story. Karen shoves past them, her hair a mess, and peels out in her SUV. The reporter asks me for a comment. I grin and say, "Don't mess with a new guy." And that's the story of how I took down Karen and her HOA tyranny. What do you think? Did she get what she deserved? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you've got your own HOA horror story, I want to hear it. Like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more epic showdowns. Until next time, stay untouchable. Peace.